Who's not scary is Representative Marilyn Stark.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here.
100 year elected or started was 2019, so also one of the newbies, but you are busy authoring legislation yourself. You just didn't sit back and let others make bills. So tell us what you think overall, grade of the session, productivity successes, and interim studies.
Thank you so much for being here, and I'm not nearly as scary as Colin Walkie. He scares everybody. He's scary enough for most of us. But I am brand new to all of this, as most of you know, and so for the session, I have nothing to compare it to. I feel like it was really a positive session. I feel like we got a lot accomplished. I would give the session an A. Now, I think we start over with the next session. It's just one semester. And I think this semester we did very, very well. What will we do next semester? I don't know. That's yet to be seen. Previous semesters, they're all on their own. And so I don't know that it's fair to compare this session with 10 years ago. Everything's different. And so I'm in my second level of classwork, so to speak, and I'm learning a lot. But I did do one bill. I actually entered 6, which they cautioned us not to do that, but I did. And then about 3 weeks in, I said, oh, no, we're doing 1. Let's see if I can get 1 start to finish. I have 5 still in the wings. One of those was already addressed in other legislation. So on being able to come in and write a law that referred to one of my constituents and actually a couple of my constituents specifically that represent a group of people. I got it written and we got it passed. We got an author in the Senate and it became law. So as far as, is it there? So as far as that's concerned, I feel good about that for myself. I'm on a learning curve, so I would give myself probably a solid, C plus B in there because there's a lot to learn. And I don't even claim to know it all, but I have been to most things. I've been to almost every meeting that I could possibly get to, and I've taken advantage of a lot of learning situations. Interim studies, I think I must have a different view of an interim study. To me, an interim study is where, because I don't know enough about a topic, and it's presented itself, I want to learn more about it. I don't necessarily expect legislation to come out of my interim studies this year. I expect to learn more about the topic and see, is there something that needs to be done? And if so, what is it? And is that to be done at the state level or the local level or the district level? Where does that happen? And so I have a little bit different view. Maybe next year I'll have a different view than I do now. I'm sure I will. I submitted 2 interim studies, actually submitted 3, 2 were approved. One is I'll be looking at the cost and how does this work to make prescription labeling on bottles sight impaired friendly. I don't know, and that may not be doable for the local business person, but it's an issue and it's something that I had never thought of, and I'm not sure it's been addressed in the state, so we want to look at it, just see what would it take, what would it cost, where will it go, and there may be legislation come out of that. My other one is about as an inmate gets discharged from DOC, that they have a valid ID, not a driver's license, but a valid ID. What does that take? It involves multiple agencies, and they're all going to have to work together. I need to know what they all think about that and how would that work. I don't want to go writing a law that somebody knows is not a good law. And so unless you get all the players involved in that discussion beforehand, before you start writing down words, then you just complicate the process, in my opinion. So that's where I am with that. And then I've recently, and I'm on the health services and long-term care committee. They have 7 or 8 assigned to the committee. I'm vice chair, so I'll be involved in a lot of those. And then lastly, I've just recently been appointed to the bicameral healthcare working group. And so my life's going to get really busy. But thank you for the opportunity to serve.
Thank you, Representative.